Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Vertex MrRoy. Today we are doing exercise 10.2, question number 1 till 5 and question number 12. One of the students messaged me yesterday about this video, like this exercise to do. So I'm just making this video. 10.2 without using calculator, I will just give some ideas how we can find the trigonometrical ratio without using calculator. And this question number 12 is one of the important question of the trigonometrical functions, like question exercise 10 and exercise 11. Without this question number 12, you cannot do other like trigonometrical equations. So please give attention to this question number 12. And I would also like to request you to watch exercise 10.1 video so that you can understand the basic angle and the general angle. So let's start the working of these questions. Very important thing here when you want, like here I just want to draw here quadrant 1. This is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Please watch 10.1 basic angle and general angle. This 230 degrees this is positive x-axis, and we always move from positive x-axis for the general angle. I'm talking about the general angle. Okay, not the basic angle, general angle. Okay, in general angle, we always move from positive x-axis. We can move anti-clockwise, we can move also the clockwise. Clockwise is always negative, anti-clockwise is always positive angle. Okay, so let's see. 230 degrees, like if you see 230 degrees, so it's positive means I have to move anti-clockwise. So this is 90 degree here, then 180 degree here, and 230 is here because this is 270 degrees. 270 degrees, this is 90 degree, and this is 180 degrees. Okay. So anti-clockwise is always positive, and clockwise is this is anti-clockwise, and this is clockwise, and clockwise is always negative. One thing very important that here all science teachers are crazy. All science teachers are crazy, or you can write add sugar to coffee. All means sine, cos, and tan all are positive. S means only sine is positive, but cos and tan both are negative. Here, tan is positive, sine and cos both are negative. Here, cos is positive, sine and tan are negative. So, like here, this is the way all positive, only sine positive, only tan positive, and only cos positive. Look. This 230 degree, when we see it comes in the third quadrant. In third quadrant means sine in the third quadrant is negative, so I will write this is negative. Cos 140. First of all, 40 lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant here. And in second quadrant, cos is negative. So this is also negative effect when you use calculator. 215 lies in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, the 10 is positive, so this result will be positive. When you're talking about part D, here part D, 350 degrees is lying in the fourth quadrant, like in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, the cos is positive. So when cos is positive, so we write this is positive. 340 lies in this one, E part, 340 lies in the fourth quadrant, and fourth quadrant 10 is negative. Sine 160 means in 160 lies in the second quadrant and sine is positive. This is the way just you have to write negative or positive. This is very important when you have minus 60 degree. Remember this minus 60 degree means you have to move clockwise. This is only the way. Don't worry about this negative sign. You have to move clockwise. So when you move clockwise 60 degree here, like you can see here, when you move clockwise, when I just make this is x-axis positive. When you move clockwise, 60 degree lies in this quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, what is the effect of cos? Cos is always positive, so I will write this is positive. H10 minus 155 means I have to move clockwise, and minus 155 lies in the third quadrant. In third quadrant, the 10 is positive, so I will write this is positive. Don't worry about the sign of the angle. This angle sign means you have to move clockwise. Okay. This second part, question number 2, part A, tan theta is greater than 0. What do you mean by this actually? Greater than 0 means, don't worry, this means positive. When you have greater than 0, this is positive. When you have less than 0, it means it's negative. Like this is negative, like sine theta is negative and cos theta is positive. Greater than 0 means we are talking about positive. Less than 0 means we are talking about negative. That's it. In which quadrant the tan theta is negative? You can see here tan negative in the second quadrant, also in the third quadrant. Sorry, in the fourth quadrant. In third, tan is positive. Here you can see tan is positive. Okay. Cos theta greater than 0 is positive and sine is negative. Sine negative and cos positive. Cos is positive and sine is negative. In which quadrant? Like B part. Cos positive is here. Sine is positive here. Sine is no. This in the third quadrant. Sine is negative. Cos is also negative. But when you move in the fourth quadrant, the cos is positive, sine is negative. So this is only in the fourth quadrant. Like, okay, we have done 2 parts. In part C, cos theta and tan theta are the same sign. Same sign means cos and tan theta both are same sign. Both can be positive or both can be negative. It is possible. When both are positive, it lies in the first quadrant because in the first quadrant all are positive. Okay. When we're talking about this, this is like first quadrant is fixed, and when we're talking about when it's negative, same sign. Negative means cos and tan negative is in, yes, here in the second quadrant. You can see the cos and tan both are negative. So I will write in the first and in the second quadrant, part C. Sine in D part, sine theta, tan theta are opposite sign. Okay, sine and tan. Opposite sign means this is positive, so this is negative, or sine is negative and tan is positive. So let's see the possibility here. Sine positive, tan negative, second quadrant. Sine negative, tan positive is in the third quadrant. So that's we have done. Okay, let's see if we do question number 3. Like when you start question number 3, remember one thing. When it's given angle of 300 degrees, first of all, like 300 degrees here, then you have 330 degrees, 150 degrees, 315, 405. First of all, you have to take out the basic angle. These all angles are general angle. So first of all, here was the basic angle. So for the basic angle, like this 300, when you just draw the little bit like here sketch, just show you. So let's see. Was the here sketch? This is here. Now this 300 will lie in this quadrant. Like when we move like 300 degrees, this is general angle clockwise. I have to move anti-clockwise. This will come here. So this, if this angle is 300 degrees, this will be 60 degree. So this is the basic angle alpha. So in this question, first of all, we should know what is alpha equals to. Alpha is 300 degrees. Okay. When you know the alpha is 300 degrees, you need to find just alpha is 60 degree. You just need to find tan 60 degree, and tan 60 degree and the tan 300 degree will be same. But there will be only one problem. What? That in the fourth quadrant, all science teachers are crazy. This see, like cos is positive, but tan is negative. Like your result, whatever the result of the tan 60 is, you will write negative sign. And how you can find without using calculator, I want to tell you one thing. Just write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Divide this by 4. 0 upon 4 is 0. 1 upon 4 is 1 upon 4. 2 upon 4 is 1 upon 2. 3 upon 4 is 3 upon 4. 4 upon 4 is 1. When you take the under root, this is coming 0. 1 upon 4 under root is 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 under root is 1 upon under root 2. 3 upon 4 under root is under root 3 upon 2. And 1 root is 1. Okay, now what I have to do, if you write sine, like sine values from here, this is one way to find the value without using calculator. 30 degrees, 60 degrees, sorry, we'll start from 0. 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. These are the standard angle. And when you write cos, cos will start from here 0, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Okay, now what I have done, just look at here. This is a table. This is a table that I have all the values of sine and cos. This is without using calculator, you can find. This is cos. Like cos is from left hand side, sine is from right hand side. Okay, I want 1060 degrees. So 1060 means, remember, 1060 degrees we cannot find directly, but 1060 is sine 60 upon cos 60. This is the formula of like cos 10. So sine 60 is from here. Sine 60 is under root 3 upon 2. And cos 60 is 1 upon 2. So 2 cancel out, only under root 3 is left. So I will write here the value of this is negative, like cos 1060 is positive, but when we write this, then 300 degrees, the value will be same. But what you have to write? You have to write minus, because in the fourth quadrant the 10 is negative. This is the way, like very simple, you can do the whole question. For example, I would like to use F. In F part, when you see 210, so 210 lies in which quadrant? 210 is coming here 180, and this is here 210. What's the basic angle? Definition of basic angle is what? Nearest x-axis. This is the basic angle, alpha. When total angle is 210 degrees and this is 180 degrees, so 180, what angle is this? This is 30. Okay, because now it means cos, I need to find cos 30. What is cos 30 from the table? Cos 30 from the table is under root 3 upon 2. Okay, under root 3 upon 2. But our requirement is cos 210 degrees. So okay, the cos 210 degree will be remain same under root 3 upon 2. But check one thing. What is the value of in the third quadrant? All signs feature. 10 is positive, but the cos is negative. The cos is negative means I will write negative sign. So this is the way, by using this table, the sine, cos, and 10, you can use this formula. 10 is equals to sine upon cos. You can get all the values of the standard angles. And the standard angles are 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. So you can do question number 3. So now I want to move to question number 4. Because question number 12 is most important part, so I have to move there. This type of questions are very simple, and I have to make one more video on this when I will do the past paper question. This is most important. Like cos theta is 4 upon 5. How we handle this question? And theta is acute angles means you are lying in only in the first quadrant. Okay, because in the first quadrant, just do one thing, just draw a right angle triangle. This very simple method, just draw a right angle triangle, right 90 here, and theta is here. Very simple method. Just see, cos theta is adjusted upon hypotenuse. This is 4 here, and the 5 will come here. Can you find this value? This value will be, when you use Pythagoras theorem, this will come 3 here. Okay. I solved the whole triangle with all sides by using cos. Like even you have 10, you can put the value and find the unknown value, unknown side. Now, what's the requirement? Find the value of sine theta and tan theta. Remember, we are in the first quadrant, okay? Because the theta is acute. When it is we have decided the quadrant. Sine theta. What is sine theta value here from here? 3 upon 5. I'm writing 3 upon 5. And 10 is 3 upon 4. In which quadrant we are first? So this is positive and this is positive. So this is the way. Just draw a triangle, get the value and find all the values. Okay. Now, I am moving to the most important part, which is question number 12 now. Okay. Now, this is very important. Before starting this question number 12, I would like to write some rules for this. I made some steps to solve this trigonometrical ratios, trigonometrical equations. Step number 1. Step number 1 is, what is step number 1? Make subject to sine x is equals to k, cos x is equals to k, or tan x is equals to k. This is your first step. Remember, for example, if you see a part, in a part the cos x is already minus 0.71. It means this is already a subject. When you see b part, this is already a subject, tan x. D is already a subject, C is already a subject, sin x is already a subject. But when you move to E part, I would like to use E part. E part, tan cos x minus 3 is equals to 0. I have to make cos x as a subject. Cos x is equals to 3 upon 10 and 3 upon 10 is equals to 0.3. This is the subject. Like if I take one more example here, f, you have to make f what? In f, you have to multiply 4 times 10 is 4 tan x minus 4 is equals to 15 and minus 6 tan x, and this 6 will move here, will become 10 tan x. This will move up is 19 and 10x is equals to 1.9. This is the first target. Make subject 10x, sin x or the cos x. Okay. So step number 1 is that. What is step number 2? Step number 2 is what? That in step, this was step number 1. Step number 2, observe the sign of k. This k, this k, this k. Observe the sign of k. Sign. If k is positive, in which quadrant? Like for example, cos this k is sign, this is negative. So in which quadrant the cos is negative? All science teachers are crazy. So this lies in which quadrant cos is negative? Cos negative in the second quadrant. Because the angle, we have the angle here 360 degree. I will discuss later about this how we take the quadrant. And cos is negative in the second quadrant and in the third quadrant. Okay, this is very important. Okay, cos is positive, cos positive in the first quadrant and in the fourth quadrant, and tan is positive in the first quadrant and in the third quadrant. This is the method. Okay, decided. This was step number 2. Step number 3, what we have to do in step number 3? Step number 3, just do one thing. Find, this is very important. Find basic angle. Basic angle means alpha by making k positive. How? Like here, cos x will become cos alpha and this will become positive. Easiest method. What? Cos alpha is equals to 0.3. This is already positive. This 10 alpha is equals to 1.9. This is already positive. This is already positive, but this I made positive. Okay. Now, what is alpha? Just find alpha here. Just find alpha here. Very simple. Very simple. By using calculator, you can find. I use calculator here. Okay. Cos inverse shift. Cos inverse 0.71 is coming 44.76. 44.76 means 44.8 degrees, because angle should be always in one decimal place. Here, alpha is again shift cos 0.3 is coming 72.54. 72.5 degrees. Your calculator should be in degree mode. Remember, this is 10 inverse 1.9. This is coming 62.2. Okay, 62.2. Like, you can do all the questions, there is no problem. After this alpha, just one thing, I just want to add one thing here. When you have like here, just add one thing. The x general angle is equals to alpha in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, the general angle is equals to 180 minus alpha. In the third quadrant, general angle x is equals to 180 plus alpha, basic angle. All are alpha here. In the fourth quadrant, general angle is equals to 360 minus alpha. These are the fixed rules. So now, what you have to do here? Just observe thing. Second quadrant and third quadrant here. Second quadrant, in the second quadrant, 180 minus alpha. So I write 180 minus 44.8. So whatever the answer, 180 minus 44.8, and your answer is coming 135.2. So the x I have to write here in the second quadrant. So x is equals to 135.4 degrees. This is the first answer. Okay, now second, we are also in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, what we do? We do 180 plus alpha. So we write 180 plus, what's the alpha here? Alpha is 44.8. So when we add here 180 plus 44.8, your answer is coming 224.8. 2x is equals to 224.8. This we have done, and this we have done. Okay, now moving to this part. In the first quadrant, what we do in the first quadrant, x equals to alpha. So the first angle will be remain 72.5 degrees. And we have fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, 360 minus alpha. X is equals to 360 minus alpha. 360 minus alpha is 72.5. So you can get the answer 360 minus 72.5, and the answer is coming 287.5 degrees. First, and we got two angles because the range is from 0 degree to 360 degree. The same thing in the first quadrant. The first quadrant, alpha equals, like x equals to the same 62.2. And we are in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, what we do? Third quadrant, we have 180 plus alpha. So 1x is equals to 180 plus alpha, 62.2. So the answer is coming 180 plus 62.2. 242.2. So this is the way we can do all the questions. Even if you want to do like H part is very important. If you want to see the results, like do we have the same answer? A is, you can 130 here. You can see the answers are here. Here answers are here. Say right answers, and we did 287 is here. Say right answer, and this part is 242 and 62. So we did right. If you want to do like this part, this one, question number H is very important. This is the basic backbone of the trigonometric functions. H part, just I would like to give one hint here. 2 cos square x is equals to 1. First of all, what's the first step? We always make cos x as the subject. So I will write 1 upon 2. And when you write cos x is equals to under root 0.5, so 0.5 root is coming 0.707. So one very important thing here, you will write cos x is equals to plus 0.707, and second you will write cos x is equals to minus 0.707. So it means like cos is positive, means in the first quadrant when you have all science teachers crazy, first and fourth quadrant, and when cos is negative, it means you have to where you're lying in second quadrant and the third quadrant. Now find make this is positive, this is negative, make it positive, find the basic angle. After basic angle, you can find all the possible angles. This is the way, like the method, just we can do all the questions of 10.2 exercise in question number 12. If you think this video is useful for you, please like my video, comment, and subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thank you so much and have a nice day.